There's something you don't see every day. Was that an axle or something? I think it's abandoned. That's a heavy little dude. Not exactly the first thing I wanted to find. There's something else you don't see every day. Just laying right on top. Look at it. I guess I'll take it. Ugh, yuck. Make sure it's real. That's real. It's an interesting start. Well, one of these days I'll get it out. It's actually some decent wire. It looks like coax, but it's not. It's some kind of speaker wire or something. Communications wire of some sort, maybe. The dog looked at me like, did he just bark at us? Alright. Whoops. Well, I wanted to get the whole thing. Let's see what this is here. Oi. Oh, head rush. Sheesh. Some kind of little router, Motorola. I think I'll start putting stuff like this in the curb store, retail store. There's probably some folks out there that can do stuff with that. There's a nice bit of wire in here though. This is a real nice skull right here, it looks like. Every one of these boxes that would appear has some remnant wire in it. And Well, I had run out of gas earlier. I had also pulled out some of this good aluminum conduit with good #1 wire in it, and a dumpster before that. I was trying to get to the gas station, so that wasn't real spectacular, but I figured I'd show that too. That's a nice little bundle of wire. There's probably another pile, maybe a little bigger than that or so, that's left in there. Before I got to that dumpster, I had ran out of gas. I run this thing empty, and then I got this fuel bottle in here, and I got the link for that fuel bottle down in the description if you want to check it out. I highly recommend that. It's nice. Whoa, that's not good. You're not supposed to fill these all the way up. Now I got gas all over my hand. There's a fuel line right there, so pressure doesn't build up too much, I guess. But these fuel bottles, they're really nice if you're driving a motorcycle or a scooter. See, like with a motorcycle, you'll have a reserve tank. So when motorcycle drivers, they'll just run their tank empty, and then there's a reserve switch, and then they know they got such and such miles to go to the gas station and get more gas. But this scooter doesn't have a reserve tank, so I'm using that bottle as my reserve tank. And I just run my tank dry and then go to that bottle. And I strap my buckets on here real tight with these bungee cords. This process is kind of a pain doing it this way, but I have to have this weight be as close to my body as possible. Well, it doesn't have to be super close, but I couldn't put it like way back here because the whole thing will go squirrely. Probably don't want to really get in these dumpsters either. That will attract a lot of attention, of course. I've just been doing it this way so long, I can do it so quick, it really doesn't matter. But get you a grabber stick, a garbage grabber stick, and a hook or something. I got some links to some garbage grabbers down in the description down there if you want to check them out. Aluminum side in action. See that dumpster over there? It's probably really small on the GoPro. I pulled up to it, and there was a bunch of boxes, like inventory storage boxes of plastic fittings and stuff for hoses, and their overhead door was open, and a guy came out, you know, and I was not wanting to spend any time there, so I was gonna leave real quick, and this dude was like, "Hey man, I just threw $2,000 worth of plastic in that dumpster. Have at it if you want it." If I was doing this in a car or in a truck, I wouldn't do this at daytime. I would do it at nighttime for sure. And then I'm just gonna wait until they close up, and then I'm gonna come back here. There's a look at that motor down there. That's a nice motor. Big wound up coppers in there. 12 pounder maybe. You may be wondering why I didn't get that $2,000 worth of plastic right away, because you know, even though I have permission, I still am not comfortable doing it while there's those people around. Because even though one employee, this is a good subject, even though one employee just gave me permission and told me to do it, that doesn't mean that his boss might not come out and just lose his mind, you know, or the owner might stop by and just freak out, you know. So, or another employee or somebody, you know. I mean, it's just it's a good subject, because like, see this apartment complex, say this person that lives here said, you know, told me to come and get this or that and gave me permission to do this, you know. And someone might come out of this building and say, no, you don't have permission to do it. So one person lives here says I have permission, one person says I don't have permission. So what do? You know. I just avoid those confrontations. Just avoid it as best you can, is my recommendation, my advice. The golden rule is, if someone tells you to leave, always be polite and just leave as fast as possible. Even if someone gave you permission and someone else comes and tells you to leave, just leave and just be polite and leave. That's the golden rule. What is it? Some kind of disc player, MP3. I don't know why my voice is cracking today, but it is. Phone dock, all kinds of stuff going on there. You know, I totally understand why some people would get upset if they look out their window, come out their door and see someone in their garbage, particularly if they don't understand what they're doing, you know. Go watch that soft dirt. There's an old BB gun, look at that. It would appear that someone has left these out here for the taking. Oh, that's nice too. Nice chunky aluminum. Oh, that's a nice little score. Every one of the bars, the whole thing's aluminum. Every bit of that metal is aluminum. That's nice. I'll come back out later tonight with my aluminum loppers and chop that up and take it. Get this loaded up. I'm gonna get the cord off that pump. That BB gun might be functional. Barrel's rusty, but have a look at that here in a minute. It's actually not a bad little gun. I think it's still functional. It needs to be oiled. Check that out. The barrel might be crooked. I think there's some kind of crookedness to it. Anyway, all right, I had change of plans. I went and filmed a entirely different video over at the Free Store. That'll be my next video I put out. So what I'm gonna go out do right now is, I've got my lops. These are actually called utility cable cutters. They're for copper and aluminum. And I go chop up those two lawn chairs, loungers or whatever, and then go get that plastic. I'm gonna go get the plastic first, and then let's see, plastic first, then I'm gonna get the chairs, and then I'm gonna go get that wire. That's the plan for now. Those should be 3 pretty productive deals. This could be a real nice load. I decided to go shoot that other video with the remaining daylight to give those other places some time and everybody to clear out. He said that he has a few people that come by here and take the pallets and stuff. He said that refrigerator's for the taking. I don't think I'm gonna be taking that though. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Here's what I was talking about, if I didn't describe it too well. All these little plastic connectors. These are for like hoses, connecting hoses, and there's quite a few in here. He said $2,000 worth. I don't know if he's just saying like the retail price of them or what. I don't know their true value, like on eBay or something, but I know these things definitely have value to them. I could probably sell them all in a lot on eBay. I wonder how many's in here. It's nice. They're all sealed up in bags too. There's 50 in that one, 50 in that one. Oh boy. Hey, this really could be worth quite a bit of money. 50 of those. Another bag of 50. Let's have a little gasket in them, a little seal. Well, let's see here. I'm not sure how much is in here. I am going to load them up as I go though, just in case someone comes by and tells me to leave. Even though you have permission to do this somewhere, someone else could very well come by and tell you to go away, so let's see here. Oh boy, he wasn't lying, was he? Sheesh. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Oh boy, what's in there? Look at that. Hey, look at that right there. This board in here is really making it hard. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay. Get out of my way. These are oil filters for big rigs or something, maybe. Maybe that's not what those are. Some kind of filter for something. I wonder if those have any value to them. Those are nice. They're brand new. Got the full flow pack filter. Hey, those might carry some nice value. Those are nice. Well, more in here than I thought. Dealing with a lot more stuff than I thought I was, so I'm gonna have to change my plans. It's gonna be one load by itself. Oh boy. He was not lying for sure. If this whole dumpster is full of these, this is well over $2,000. Well, shoot. I don't think the whole dumpster's full of it though. Look at this. What is it, light bulb? What is that thing? Huh. It's a piece of stainless steel, it would appear. What are we dealing with there? Rubber gasket. Cylinder service kit. I think that's for like some kind of pump or something. Maybe. I can definitely do brand new stuff in cases. That is for sure. If I was smart enough to get it back in the box. Okay then. Slip the joint washer. So what you see me doing in these videos here can be very, very lucrative if you happen to be in the right town or the right big city or something. The key is you have to cover enough ground. Like if you went out one night and hit 300 or 400 dumpsters, you have to cover a lot of ground to really make the scores. sounds ridiculous, but I would imagine there's some people out there that perhaps in a big city or something, or just in a good area, you could probably just clean house. You could probably make well over 6 figures a year if you wanted to. I mean, what I'm doing here, I mean, if you lived in a big city, you could literally do this just almost non-stop all day long. If you wanted to, from the time you woke up to the time you went to bed. I mean, if you live somewhere where there's 100,000 people or so minimum, if you lived in a real big city, I mean, you could just go all week. You could go 5 or 6 days a week, non-stop from the time you woke up to the time you went to bed. And if your area is big enough, your city's big enough, you might not even hit, you know, check the same dumpster more than once, you know. You can just go and go and go. No telling what you might find. I mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna make off these things. I'll probably just lot them up all together on eBay. And someone that does something with any kind of liquid spraying or any kind of business that would need something like this, maybe just buy them all up, you know. I mean, maybe someone else can resell them. I'm tired of on eBay, you know, trying to sell this box by itself and this box by itself and that box by itself and that box by itself and this bag by itself and that bag by itself. I just am tired of doing that. So I'll probably lot it all up in a big box like this and just say, here you go. Auction starts 98 cents opening bid. Have fun. Packing envelopes in here too. Those are nice. I think that's one load. Oh, I have to come back up here this way for the other stuff anyway, so I may just take these metal pieces to the scrapyard. Stainless steel bits. Oh, dang. Get this loaded up. I think I knocked one box over. Yes, I did. Maybe one day dumpster diving will be illegal, but that day's not today, so it really is amazing though, the amount of stuff that is out here in these things, and it's kind of mind-boggling sometimes to think about it. I'm just one dude checking my little area where I live, you know. Multiply that times the rest of the country. I mean, you could be talking about $1 trillion a year of value going into these things is about where I would put it. That sounds ridiculous, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't around that ballpark. That's definitely hundreds of billions, easily. So it could even be over $1 trillion, you know, I mean. Adds up in a hurry, you know. I shouldn't say 100,000 minimum population. Specifically, I was talking about being in a big city where you could just, I mean, just clean house. You know, you could actually maybe become wealthy doing this, to be honest with you. Just going like that, just, I mean, just really grinding it, you know. It would take that population. You could live in a smaller town and still do fine. You can still find plenty of stuff in a smaller town too. I mean, I didn't mean to say it's not possible to score some great stuff in a small area, because I know it is. I was just referring to, there may be people out there that could just take it to town, man. Just clean house. Snatch up the rest of this real quick. I got the most part of it. Go in there and clean out the stragglers. They kept on coming out of there pretty good. Now I got them all. What do you guys think? Is there any value in these? Full flow pack filter. I would hate for them to be defective in some way. I don't think they are though. I think this place just cleaned out some of their inventory, it would appear. Stuff that wasn't selling, maybe. Stuff they've had sitting around for years or something. Whoops. They look pretty nice to me as I drop it. I should have checked it out when I went home. Put on my other coat. Sun went down, obviously. It's a little chilly. He said he wanted to get rid of this. Is it worth anything to anyone? It's pretty nasty. Looks like garbage. Hey, those aluminum lounge chair deals are gone. It would appear I do have a competitor out here. I thought those would be safe back here. They're not really visible from the street. I mean, they would be, but just a few hours ago I was here. That's interesting. Well, never mind then. I didn't check this dumpster earlier today. where those chairs were, right over there. I didn't check this one. It's usually not very good, but that is a big chunk of steel, I can tell you that. It makes up for those chairs being gone almost. Let's see. Oh boy, that is a big old chain. It's a dirty mess though. I don't want to get those packages dirty. They're so nice and brand new. That thing's just a filthy, oily mess. I don't know if I could even pick that thing up. I'm not so sure they didn't put that in here with a forklift. If I saw one piece, I might not. I suppose I can get it a little bit at a time. Darn, oh man. Huh. That's a big chunk of metal there though. Have that. Huh. Nice little chunks. Those might be some kind of, what is it, a ball bearing in there maybe? Something? I'm not sure what that is. It's a forklift shop. Forklifts and whatever you call those deals. Try to keep this stuff clean. Those are definitely ball bearings there. This is gonna make up. That chain's gonna be heavy enough to totally make up for those aluminum chairs. So that's good. This stuff's pretty clean, actually. What's that chain? It's just got oil and lube or whatever in there. Huh. Alrighty then. Any more stuff in there, I wonder? Well, this actually kind of tells me that someone must have been driving down the street and happened to glance back into that lot and see those chairs. Because if they were checking dumpsters, they probably would have checked this one. Unless, I suppose, they're just like me. And they're like, that dumpster's dead, there's never anything in it. Definitely worth coming back for. Well, you know what? Actually, you know what? That wire's not going to weigh a whole lot. I could probably actually take some of these towels and cover that up. That's what I'll do. That should work pretty good. Whoa. Oh, good. It's not all one piece. All right. It's my kind of stuff right there. They're different size chains, actually. I thought they were all gonna be that size. It's not quite as heavy as I thought, but that's still got some good weight to it. All right, the big kahuna. Oh, all right. Oh, that's right. Oh. Sheesh. Back here for that wire. Oh, whoa, look at that plane. That thing is low. Woo! Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this off camera. There's a fair bit of wire. Each one of these appears to have about that much wire left in them. That's quite a bit of wire. I'm surprised they'd left that much. I actually think this was illegally dumped in here. There was a cable shop that went out of business or moved. They used to have a dumpster down there, and their dumpster's gone. And I see they've moved out of that building. So I kind of think that they were maybe the landlord or the owner came in there. Somebody cleaned out that shop. This was probably left in there because they never used to throw away this amount of stuff. That explains that. Now that I think about it, I've never seen them throw this amount away. Okay, I'll turn the camera off, get this done. Well, there wasn't as much as I thought in there. Still a good amount, and there's actually another hard drive, or a hard drive in there. It says spare hard drive. Drive is good. I'm just gonna scrap it though, just in case you got information on it. I want to get that loose. Oh, I buried my bungee cord. That was stupid. And there's this thing in there. I don't know what that is. Weird looking dude. Get all this loaded up. That's still, well, that's actually quite a bit. I'll get, they call this Cat 5 wire at the scrapyard. I might get up to 65 cents a pound that stuff at the yards I go to is better than that stuff. Well, one of the yards I go to anyway. This would be like 50 cents a pound. This would be up to 65 cents, maybe 75 cents. Anyways, it's good stuff. Brand new Ethernet cord there. That's nice. Anyways, pull into my thumbnail photography booth. That's nice lights in here, I'll tell you that. I need to start making good thumbnails. Let's see, put some of this here, some of this there, one of these here. Get one of these out here like that. What do you think about that? Put the red stickers out here, make it look fancy. Alrighty then. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed riding along with me. And as always, thanks for watching. Is that a good thumbnail? What do you think about that?